a part of a culture or organization where there's either very little or no trust at all, no trust in management, no trust in your peers or your colleagues, no trust in the systems or the processes, it sucks, right? But why? Do you ever ask yourself, what happened? How was the trust lost within this culture? I believe the more knowledgeable that we can become about what drives a lack of trust, the better enabled that we'll be to prevent trust getting up and walking out the door of our culture. And by the end of this video, you're gonna know what's at the root of trust lost and two main drivers of trust leaving the building. Let's get it. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down how trust is lost in one word. And then I'm going to break down two major factors of trust lost within a culture, an organization, or even within a relationship, whether you're in business or not. So first, a quick reminder of how I define trust. Trust is simply belief. Belief placed in someone or something. Trust or belief in that what you expect will mirror what you see in reality. So what you expect a person to do, how you expect them to behave, actually is mirrored by what they do and the way they behave in reality. So I can distill trust lost down to one word: inconsistency. And on the flip side, trust built: consistency. The consistency of our words, our actions, and our behaviors are what instills trust. Now, there's a bit of a nuance here. Trust truly manifests by the way that we show up or speak consistently. So if there's an individual that consistently is late to meetings, that's their consistent behavior, then you will trust that that person is going to be late to the next meeting because that's their consistent behavior. That's what they're consistently showing you. This is why it can be such a powerful exercise to get clear on how we wish to show up in the world. What do we want those around us to believe in us? And once we understand or get clear of how we want to show up, ensuring that our words and the way that we're showing up, those consistent behaviors, actually support that belief. And just to give you a very real life example, this is exactly how I built my personal brand. So I thought about three areas that I wanted to be known for. Anytime you think of Cassandra Worthy, these are the words, this is the feeling, this is what you want to be thinking or feeling. And so based on that vision, kind of how I wanted to show up in the world, how I wanted my brand to feel, I then created a social media strategy that was very laser focused on those three buckets. All of the content, all the messages, all the posts, all the videos were somewhere within those three lanes and consistently, right? So that creates those three elements because I'm putting the focus, the energy, and the effort to elevating those three areas or those three buckets. And the same is true for the way that we want to show up, the way that we want to be known, the trust that we want to instill in our teams and our managers and our loved ones and our personal relationships. So to that end, let's dive into three areas of inconsistency that will most certainly erode trust. The first area of inconsistency is word and action incongruence. So what do I mean by that? When leaders or individuals in an organization are saying one thing but doing another, that's eroding the trust, right? Because what you're speaking is very different than the actions or your behaviors. And so over time, of course, your employees or those around you will put their trust in your action. And slowly but surely, your words will become meaningless, because they'll no longer trust anything that you say, because what you actually do, the way that you show up, is going to be incongruent. And 9 times out of 10, that belief is anchored in what they're seeing, your actions, and what you're doing. So if you want to nurture trust, make sure that you're ensuring your words are congruent with your behaviors. Yo, you getting value? Interest peaked? Make sure you subscribe. I drop videos like this all the time, striving to deliver you value. So subscribe, be one of the first to get notified when a new video drops. Okay, let's get back into it. The second area of inconsistency is not living up to stated values. And this one is still somewhat in that vein of word and action incongruence, but it's so important that I still want to give some time and attention to it. So, have you ever been part of an organization or in a culture that says one thing around what the company believes in, their values, the behaviors that they want employees to actually show and express? You see that plastered on posters, you see that in emails, you hear that in company beautiful marketing videos. But then what you actually see on a daily basis looks nothing like those values that they're so blatantly expressing and painting everywhere around you. That's a huge inconsistency, right? And it probably leads you to not trust anything that you're seeing and what the company is saying that it values. So again, there's that nuance, right? Trust will erode in the stated values, but will grow in wherever consistency is found throughout the organization. And I will tell you, the other lever that you can pull to really nurture and instill trust is where you're placing your rewards and recognition, right? I've been a part of cultures where there's a certain stated value or set of values, but what is celebrated and rewarded and acknowledged in the organization does not look like those stated values. And so employees, instead of living by what's on a poster board, are going to live by what they see will get rewarded. So wherever you place that reward and recognition system, what you're acknowledging, that's where the trust will become instilled. So it's very helpful and powerful if what you say you value, what you want the employees to believe in, you're actually rewarding and recognizing and celebrating when you see it in action. So as I think about nurturing and instilling trust in the workplace, there's something else that I want to gift to you completely for free. And it's a snippet of a keynote recording that I did for an organization going through massive change, internal and external. And I actually share insights gleaned from our latest research at Change Enthusiasm Global about leading and inspiring others into their growth when going through change. And there's an element in there that I talk about related to trust. And so I want to gift that to you for free. Now, of course, this is a keynote message that clients pay me to deliver all over the world, but it's yours today for free. All you got to do is click on the link below because I want to make sure you have the data, the research, the insights to ensure your growth through even your greatest change challenges. I'm Cassandra Worthy. And until we meet again, keep growing and keep rocking.